Hey guys, my dandelions. All right, so I haven't posted in a while. So what I'm going to do is cover it up the camera. I got some people coming right now, so I'm gonna just chill here for a minute. This is the area, that building right there. We might explore. Depends on if it's fenced off or not. But the boat graveyard is up in there. You'll see it here in a minute. I'm just gonna wait for these people to pass by, get my bike locked up. Wow. Always bring an empty book bag because you never know what you're gonna find. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been here many times in this area, and there's a family of deer that lives here. Okay, so actually, a little bit of the history. Let's see how far these guys are. A little bit about the history. Apparently, this was like all this land was contaminated. There's a lot of trees here, and I actually camped out here a couple of times. But you know, so what they're trying to do is they're trying to renovate it and try to get the toxic chemicals out. Okay, got the bike locked up. Uh, had to pause for a minute because I needed both hands to get the bike even in here. So let's go. Oh, got the book bag too. So, so a little bit of history. Um, I don't know too much about this place. I didn't even know the soil was contaminated, but I did learn a little bit of history about the area. Um, apparently there was a lot of industrial stuff going on here, and a lot of toxic waste on the grounds. You know, back in the day, I don't know when, but it's in Rochester. But they have it used to look as lush as that. Now they're taking everything down. So uh, my old campsite was right over here. Still have a tarp, but that's not our goal right now. I never pulled the tarp because it has a huge hole in it. Oh shoot! No, I didn't pass it. So this area is kind of hard to find, and yeah. So I'm gonna go check this out. I used to go to this area a long time ago. Yeah, like a makeshift selfie stick or whatever. It pins everywhere. It's almost worthless. But anyway, we're gonna go over here and check it out. I think the last time I went out here, I have a little mini crossbow Cobra. Got off of Amazon. Very neat. I bought I bought two of them. I don't remember why I bought two of them, but I bought two of them. You know, extra strings and all that stuff, and I would go out here to shoot. You know, I got a couple of pellet guns, CO2 pellet guns, semi-automatic. Those are great too, but they sounded too much like an actual gun. And being here out here in the being here in the city, um, you know, they respond they respond really quick. I've never had an issue, but coming out here and you having a semi-automatic shooting three BBs at a time, brah, 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 and it's loud too. So we can't do that anymore. All right. See, I see. If you look in the trees there, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's one of the boats. So we're gonna go ahead and go across here. And you always have to remember, there's always dangers, you know. You always have to look out for poison ivy. I'm not too worried about it because I'm geared for it. Oh, except for the fact that I have a beer in my pocket, Mike's Hard Lemonade, which I'm trying not to shake up. Yeah, we should be able to get through here. Oh, I don't know if I caught that or not, but there's a deer. So there was one time that I came out here during the night. Not a big deal. Ooh, that's pretty. Not a big deal. Came out here during the night and accidentally walked up onto a fawn. Like he was brand new. And it startled me at first. I was like, oh, shoot, it's a baby deer. But then it hit me. I was like, oh, wait a minute. What if the mother tries to attack me? I wasn't trying to have any of that nonsense. So I backed away and kept going about my business. I was just out for an evening walk. Wasn't really out for any specific purpose. This is why I call it the abandoned junkyard or the boat junkyard. I don't know why. Oh, some doo doo. Man, that deer is eating healthy. That's for sure. Must be a bunch of berries out here. So yeah, there's the boat. There's another boat over there. I actually took a nap on that boat one time. Yeah. There's the abandoned building. Sorta. I'm ready to get this beer out of my pocket. Probably shouldn't have brought it in the first place. But here we go. So I used to shoot my crossbow a lot in here. I'll show you where I used to shoot it at. Oh. So usually right there. Usually right there, there's some candles. Like somebody doing some kind of wannabe witchcraft or some something rather. Oh shoot. I gotta bust out my flashlight. But yeah. Oh! Scared the crap out of me. There's another boat. And a deer. I don't know why, but sometimes those deer scare the crap out of me, you know? Like, yeah. So this is, I used to go up there and then shoot out the window, but obviously you have to have a way to get up there, and I'm not going to climb up there right now. There's nothing even up there. It looks like there's probably a broom. Maybe I left the broom. I don't know. I had a chair and a broom up there, and but yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me anymore. But there's some great artwork going. You know, it's can always fall at any moment. The rope. There used to be a tire on that. Nobody hung themselves. It's just a rope. The tire is probably, who knows? That's probably the tire right there that used to be on it. Yeah. As far as that goes, pretty much it. Um, oh no, we do have another place. I don't even know how much time I've got on this thing, but we can go out here. Actually, I'm gonna crack this beer because I'm getting tired of this beer being in my pocket. Oh, also, if you guys see anything that I don't, I mean, I don't really ghost hunt. I grew up with a poltergeist and all that stuff, so it's really. Whoa. See, I don't like this thing. Anyway, so I'm not really looking for ghosts, poltergeists, any of that stuff. I already know how they behave. I know they're real and all that stuff, so there's no reason for me to go out and prove it. What I do is I just go out and explore, just see what I can see, and I'm guilty of going to places more than once, but over a period of time, it's like, see, I got all kinds of brush going on here. Trying to figure out how to get out without having to fight a bunch of branches. But yeah. Because places change. It's even like there's another place. It's an old mill that man, I cannot control this thing. All right, hold on a second. Probably just be better to do it by hand. This is my first time using a selfie stick, guys. And it's one of those weird ones that bends all over the place. It's not one of those stick ones. I need to get one of those. Maybe. I don't know yet. There's another boat. Oh! I wanted to show you guys real quick. Because I don't know how much time I have on this video. So I'm going to milk it for what it's worth. So I can show you that I've been shooting out of that window there. If I can get in there. So this is where I've been shooting from up there. Down there, not so much. It's always flooded. Yeah, right there. And capitalism apparently makes somebody sad. It looks like it's backwards. Oh, there it is. All right. So here it is. So I accidentally hit the tree. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna try my best. It's right there is one of my bolts. It's on the mini crossbow. So yeah, I accidentally hit the tree, but they're usually disposable anyway. It doesn't matter. Like a BB gun, you know. So you're not gonna go out and chase your BBs, but they're I mean, I guess they're fairly cheap. They're like you can get 32 of them for like I don't know. Shoot, I don't even know how much they are really. I don't really buy them that often. It's probably about $1 each, 75 cents each, something rather. A bunch of mulch here. I don't know what they're gonna. Oh, you know what? They're probably gonna use this to soak up the toxic waste or whatever. It's probably oil or gas, some kind of petroleum product, I'd imagine. Because there's a bunch of tires here. You got boats too. So what I'm guessing is it was probably some kind of mechanic shop or whatever, and they were just pouring the oil out instead of properly disposing of. Oh, okay. So there's that other building. I've already done a video on that, but they're doing a lot of renovating on that right now. You can go check it out. They have a lot of it fenced off. People still go in there, but it's not really that big of a deal anymore. I guess I don't know. Being as it's fenced off, I'm not going in there. Could though, if I wanted to. Today's Sunday. Oh, today is Sunday. 65 degrees Fahrenheit. I believe that's 18 degrees Celsius for all you crazy people that like to make things more difficult than it really is. Yeah, all fenced off. You can still get in there though, but I had my fair share. I had my fair share of trespassing fines. And the only reason why I got snitched out actually. Somebody was jealous that I didn't take them with me, so they ended up calling the cops, reporting me. You know, typical douchebag stuff. So, I'm not gonna go too much further than this fence here, but yeah, you see all the tires. Pretty overgrown. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't explored this building yet. Wait a minute. I didn't even know this building was here. That's weird. All right, hold on. I gotta set my beer down here. Mike's Hard Lemonade. Hopefully hopefully no wasps get into it. Okay. All right. So I think this building here. Okay, so I've been in this building here. There's a lot of old stuff. What you would expect from an abandoned mechanic office, as you will. But this one, I haven't really. This one I haven't checked out. That's interesting. I've never seen this building open before. I think it was closed off with like a bunch of cages. Where I mean, it was welded shut, so like you couldn't really get in there without breaking in. And I'm not trying to break into any place, you know. I'm just here to explore. That's it. So, camera still on? Yeah. Oh, crap ton of tires. Those could actually, all these tires here. There's a lot of them. Like if you know how to really um, fix one up into like a flower pot, then and donate them to everybody or something. Yeah, see, tire right here. So somebody's been in here. But what do you expect? Oh, it's an old radio. Check that out, huh? Oh, a little ladder. Yeah. I mean, got a. Shit, that was loud. Got a whole Toro bag. Oh, shit. Not supposed to be anybody over here. Sunday. Nobody with another bag there. This is why I dress the way I do. Because, you have hazards like this, trip and fall. But, yeah. Huh. Water's still on. That's interesting. No exit. Apparently, you can't get out that way. Well, yeah, that's about it. Does this thing even work? Nope. All right. I think we're going to go ahead and leave because I heard some kind of truck or something. Oh, I went out the wrong window. Hey, there's a gas tank. Anybody need a gas tank? I could have used that back when I had my Grand Marquis and I had minor leak in my gas tank. That would have came in useful, and it's probably bigger than the one I had. So here's this one. You used to be able to open it. I don't know if it still opens or not. Yeah, I think they locked it. Yeah, that was blocked on purpose. Which is really weird because there's nothing of value in there. I'm not going through that. I wasn't really expecting to make this long of a video anyway. Alright. Well, so much for that. There's nothing really up there. I've been up there before. I don't want to waste 10 minutes of your time, but there's really nothing up there. The more exciting stuff is actually not here, but it's more of, I would say, probably up more towards Lake Ontario. Ooh. Is that a tent? Oh shit. I think that's a tent. Let's go carefully check it out. Set my beard. Oh, before I continue on, so a pro tip. Set my beard down. I'm probably not going to even finish it. Okay, so what I do, I've never personally had a problem, whether it be it camping, exploring. I've never had a problem with other people. I think my biggest situation, the biggest thing I've ever encountered while yeah, pretty much camping, more like stealth camping. I only had a sleeping bag. It was in California, and I was homeless at the time, so I had to find a bush. I had to sleep, like I said, I had a sleeping bag, and I made a night out of it. And I felt something scratching at my feet. What is that? And I looked up, and it was a kit fox. Apparently, they're supposed to be endangered, but I don't think they are. They are all over the place. They will follow you. I usually gather cans and bottles, and I would have like a pack of them, like 4 or 5 of them following me, looking for food. So, but yeah, as soon as I looked up to see what it was. He ran off. I was like, shoot, he's trying to get warm too. I think it was like 20 degrees Fahrenheit. It was pretty cold that night, and he was just trying to get warm. I was like, well, just get in here with me, man. We're both trying to stay warm. but that's all right. So we're going to go check out this tent. That would be honestly, that would be really weird if somebody's camping over here because this is supposed to be private property, unless there's a deal with a homeless person, which I've seen before many, many times, where the property owner would say, "Yeah, you can camp on my property, but you got to do work here. You know, you got to." I've done it myself. I used to board horses, and uh, all I had to do is keep an eye on the horses, make sure everybody's cool, they're good, they're fed, they're watered, and I had a place to stay. So I don't know. That does look kind of foreign to me. So as I'm fighting my stupid selfie stick thing, looks like an octopus tentacle. I hear a squirrel screaming, probably telling everybody, "Ooh, there's a deer." Yeah, we're not going any further that way. That's somebody's house. Okay, so it's not a tent. Okay. What is it though? I don't know what that is. Oh well. I don't know what that is. No idea. I know what that place is. You know, they could do a lot of stuff with the tires. I heard they could. Eyes are on fire. I heard they grind them up. Sorry, my eyes are on fire. But they grind them up, and they put instead of the playground sand that we're all so used to as kids. Instead of that, they put the ground up rubber. And in my opinion, I played when I was a kid. I played in a playground with the ground up rubber, and it's not so bad, really. But you can't really do anything with it. You can't build a sand castle or any of that stuff. That's back when we used to have wooden wooden playgrounds too. Now it's all plastic, and I don't know. No matter what you do, there's always going to be a way a kid's going to get hurt. You don't want anything, serious, obviously, but you still want the kid to learn. Still, you know, uh, you want him to learn and have good memories, right? Not all this protected stuff that's like so protected that the kid doesn't learn anything. I was, I was a kid. Oh, this is turned into a podcast apparently. But I used to play in the dirt. I stayed in the dirt. Uh, there was somebody who told me that, yeah, you're going to get a disease or whatever. I never got a disease, not from dirt. But All right, we're gonna chill on this boat here that is slightly askew because I want to. Actually, this. No, this isn't the boat. It was a different one that I took a nap on. But anyway. All right. So anyway, ugh, what was I saying? All right. So um, yeah, I played in the dirt. I played with bugs. I played with. I explored, but at the same time, I was I was I did a lot of exploring. I ended up. Well, what I'd like to do, we had a canal nearby, and when they go to drain it, there'd be puddles of carp, carp fish, some catfish, and I'd go out there and grab them. It was always fun. And then I had a lady nearby that I used to steal her oranges from her orange tree, and she had a swimming pool. Funny thing is, I never swam in her pool, but I did dump a lot of carp fish into her pool, thinking that it was okay, but it was not. I think I was like 8 years. No, I was probably about 11 years old at the time. So yeah, I haven't really been camping this year. Uh, the camp spot that I do have, well, I did have. I had a tent set up. I thought it was pretty secluded. Um, I know there was one person that knew about it, but it was somebody that abandoned it. So I wasn't really thinking about him coming back. I left bare minimal stuff. A tent, sleeping bag, cushion, the whole setup. And then I come back and all that stuff is gone. The tarp, so you can, if it's raining, you can sit outside your tent. You're not all cooped up in the tent. But yeah, all that stuff was gone. So I was like, all right. I went back a second time. The cushion was still there, but it was set up and I could see a pair of legs sticking out. I was like, all right, well, shoot. Can't use this spot anymore. I have plenty of backups, tents, sleeping bags, all that stuff. It wasn't really that big of a deal. It was a really nice tent, though. That's what sucks. So, yeah, enough of me yapping. Now, if there's anything you guys specifically want to see, because I'm an amateur as far as content goes, I would like to keep it as raw as possible. There will be editing, obviously. Probably to cut time. I think it's like 40 minutes now. And yeah, just let me know if you guys want to see other stuff. And I'm not really making this like a habit, but I'll record. I'll record when I go out and do stuff. Uh, so an update on the magnet fishing. I did get the magnet off the bridge. So what happened was I was magnet fishing. I just bought a beginner's kit as a magnet, a grapple. I don't have I don't have it with me. Otherwise, I'd tell you the brand name. But it seems okay to me so far. Um, I'll probably post that in a video later on, like when I go back magnet fishing. Haven't had any luck lately. Um, so far I've only gotten a bike, which there's probably a million bikes in the Genesee River. Um, a hammer, the head of a hammer. I mean, that was all right. Um, that's pretty much it. But I was pulling it up, and it was swinging a lot. This is one thing. If you ever go magnet fishing, you really, really got to pay attention to this. And I wasn't paying attention. I've had no classes on this, no experience. I've seen people do it on YouTube. Um, and I just bought a kit and decided to just go do it. But yeah. So anyway, it's swinging, and then obviously the bridge is made out of metal. It got stuck up underneath, and pulling it from the side like that is next to impossible. So, long story short, kind of wish I got that on video because the fire department showed up because I had to squeeze myself. Just I'm a skinny dude. I had to squeeze myself halfway underneath the railing over the edge in order to grab the rope and try to yank it. And somebody called the fire department thinking I was trying to kill myself, hanging off the bridge. But that wasn't the case. I said no. I'm just trying to get my magnet off, and not only that, but I could swim too. So if I did fall, which would have sucked, there was ways to get out. You know, I wouldn't need a rescue team or any of that stuff. I'd just be like, you know what, screw this magnet. One last attempt was I got a couple of big rocks, peanut shaped, wrapped a rope around them, tied it off to that rope, made sure, you know, using physics to get it off. Drop the rock and it'll yank it off the bridge, but you still have the long rope attached to where you don't lose it all. Everything worked out perfect. Yeah, it worked out. The first rock I lost, second rock got it off, and then it fell out of the rope, so I didn't have to pull the rock back up along with it. It worked out. So, yeah, it worked out. But I'm not quite happy with the strength of the magnet. I've tested it like on several different objects not in the water because I feel it snapping onto something or grabbing something, but it doesn't hold it. And then I'm also afraid to have the grapple on it because the treble hook thing, because it gets caught on something like a big huge log. You're not getting that thing out. So yeah, I'm just figuring it out as I go. So that's probably going to be about the end of the video. I wasn't quite expecting it to be this long, but apparently it is. If you're a stealth camper, I mean, I'm sort of a stealth camper, but I'm not like one of those ones that'll camp in the city or in a roundabout or anything like that. I'd rather come out to where I know nobody's going to be out here. That's the kind of camping I like. To where I can wake up, look around, start a fire for breakfast, and not have any worries, really. That's what I like. You're going to go out there and chop a little wood, you can. Go out and look for bugs, you can. rocks, you definitely, I don't know. There's not very many interesting rocks here in Rochester, but I found a few. I found dolomite, dolomite. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it looks like a crystal. It's like a white crystal looking, crystalline looking stuff. It's really cool looking. It looks like it is made within granite. And doing a little bit of research, apparently they use that in petroleum for some reason. So it doesn't really have a worth to it, but I mean it's pretty. I tried putting one in my fish tank once, and it fogged up all the water. I didn't know it dissolved. So I had to pull my fish out and replace the water and clean the tank again. So, all right, guys. I guess that's enough yapping for today. I guess this is more of just talking, yapping, and all that. And I will be getting my teeth soon. I'm still working on it. So I'm not gonna bite anybody or suck their blood. All right, have a good one, guys, and hopefully everybody stays safe, especially in these times.